We've been able to determine that the encoder isn't producing what it needs to. So what we're going to do is try and visualize that on the logic analyzer. What we're expecting to see is from the encoder two pulses that are 90 degrees out of phase when we are rotating the encoder through the motor. The encoder is a disc with 256 radial lines on it at the back of the motor. There is a emitter and receiver on the left that transmits and receives in infrared. Those parts are mounted on the back of the motor and is the likely place of failure. We've attached probes to D2 and D3 here with the hope that we're going to be able to get some readings. D0 and D1 are just being hooked up as reference. But as you can see, we get nothing from either of D2 and D3. In order to test this a little bit more, I've decided to look at the deck motor, see if we could take the same readings off it. So remove the cover and the clutch, and we want to prepare and hook up a breadboard so I could get into and probe on the deck motor. So we've done a test. I didn't record all of the channels properly, but I did run this test through and we were able to get readings coming off the deck motor, which of course we were able to see in test mode anyway. So it's a couple of days later. I was able to order a replacement RA motor from Bintel. So what I've done is attached it just on the bench and gone into self-test mode. And what we're going to do is run tests on the motor to see if we're getting any readings. So we're going to expect to be able to move in RA left and right and get some values. So you can see that we're actually getting readings and the motor is turning. So that's great. We've repaired the issue. We also want to make sure that while we're at it, that we didn't break anything with the deck motor. So we also want to just run that up and down and make sure that none of that is interfering with each other. So we can see there that we're getting readings. And of course the PEC sensor is taking a read because we didn't remove it, nor is anything changed. So that's proven a successful result. So we've got the replacement motor installed now, just putting it back in. It's quite a fiddly job, just because it's just difficult to get your fingers in there. We're able to just get the bolts on and then place the gear back in there. Again, quite a fiddly little job. And then we want to test the operation of it. So it's going through its smart drive and then it's going to go through a fingerprinting setup. As soon as that's done, we're going to test the motor at full speed. We'll test both the RA motor and the deck. So here's testing RA. both directions, and deck up and down. So that's replacing the RA motor. So pretty happy with the end result of all of that. Look forward to getting it put all back out in the dome.